Okay, looks like I'm live. Just making sure everything's good. All right then. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and get in. So welcome everybody to Ultima VIII. Just try to get everything caught up. I would go through a little quick intro of this, but we are behind schedule. So I'm going to go ahead and let's just jump into this. So we'll give the name Questing for Glory. Fortunately, it fits 16 character limit. So I'm actually running my own splits on the side here just so I can have it. So we will go ahead and get started here. I'll give a quick countdown here shortly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, welcome to Ultima VIII. I just woke up and got introduced to General Kenobi with that hello there. And we're going to start by grabbing this bedroll, and I'm actually going to do one thing and turn off sound effects because they lag the game. So, alright, well, we're going to go ahead and start running up here. So this is a dark world. This is going to be a very dark game, and yeah, we're already starting off with an execution. Basically, this guy that's on the chopping block here is basically he insulted the queen, and so she's kind of like Alice in Wonderland, Queen of Hearts, off with his head. So we go ahead. We are 50 seconds to the run, and this is our first death. Fortunately, this is what I like to call more of a pacifist run. There won't be any. I will say, I call it semi-pacifist. There's only going to be a few creatures that are going to die in this game. Only a couple that are actually the result of me doing anything. So, but we go in here and we just watch this. This guard's like, "Hey, what are you doing here? Who are you? Tell me what you are." I'm just gonna say that I'm in here in peace. So you can actually tell her like to mind her own business and stuff. You do that a couple times, she'll kill you or she'll attack you and everything, and that's not really a good thing. So then we have to go through this scene here. Guy's like, "Who are you?" Apparently they trust a gate guard, and that's it for this. Now we're in the main city of the world called Tenebrae. Let's see if I get the clip. Nope, I do not. Of course I don't. So this tells you how finicky the controls are in this game. There we go, get the clip. Basically, yeah, I just like to do that, clip to the wall. It's faster if you get it the first time. If you get the second time, well, blah. That's a teleport pad. We will be using that regularly in a few minutes. But for the most part, we're just kind of running through town here. Come over to the palace, have a little bit of fun. This has to be a deathless run because so what I did notice that well, I should say this has to be a deathless run for the avatar for this because unlike all of the other Ultima games out there, all of them, you only have one life. You die, you have to reload a save. It's very interesting, but yeah. So I have to pick up that twig. That twig I will need later for the main quest. You pick it up now just to save yourself a little bit of time. As you see me running, you'll see me jumping a little bit and stuff and everything. If I don't run into anything, jumping is actually a little bit faster than just plain old running. Now, out here, so basically, like if you were to follow the story of the game, you're supposed to run out here, or the reason you're coming out to this part of town is because you need to go to a place called you need to go to the top of the plateau and talk to an old man named Myan. You actually there's a whole lot of lore. You can do a whole lot of story dumping and everything. As you can see, this Ultima brought us platforming. This like what you see here is actually the finished or the fixed version of the platforming. When I get to a little bit later into the run, I will explain the bad part of the platforming. But for right now, we're just running through this cave. As you can see, it's infested with zombies that are all hostile. We just kind of run past them. They aren't, like, these zombies aren't really any danger. At least they shouldn't be at any rate. And now we have our first puzzle. You have a bunch of levers. You kind of have to figure out what they want you to do. There's no clues or whatever. It's just one side goes down, one side goes up. The clue you get is the portcullis or the winch actually winding. Now let's see if I can get this trick. So if you run straight down into a leap, you get what I call a double jump. You can just jump over and it'll extend your jump for doing that. Now we're on top of the plateau. I don't want to touch any of those red mushrooms. Those red mushrooms go boom. And when they go boom, they hurt a lot. So now we're in here. We're in Mydran's place. Nice little entrance way full of death traps. So now that we're here, we're gonna come in here. And of course I run off to the side. It's finicky. So we'll open this up, and we're actually gonna take the second bedroll and this money that's here. We just kind of robbed the guy blind out of his closet. Then we go upstairs. We're going to come up here and we're going to take the shield of his off the wall. And then we're going to talk to him. And so basically we just ask him what's going on, or ask him his name and all that stuff. The reason we want to do this, talk to him here, is because he sells a scroll that we're going to need later in the game. This scroll opens a magical portal. And we're going to give him $50 of that 100 something that we just took from his place. Now, he's actually a really nice guy. He gives us the item to teleport, as well as he also gives us the a potion of healing. It's a really good potion. It'll heal you up to full before you. It'll heal you up to full, but if you're hurt, if you're not hurt, then it hurts you. Yeah, and then as you noticed, before we left, I took the blanket off his bed. He's so nice. He lets us have the blanket off his bed. So, you know, I'll drop the blanket, drop the open bedroll. I will need those for a reason later in the run, but right now, not important. So now what we need to do is, in the story of the game, when you talk to Mydran and everything, you need to tell him, like, oh, hey, I need to escape Pagan. Like, do you know how I can leave this world? Because I was dumped here. And he's all like, wait, are you serious? And he's like, well, I'll research it for you, but you're gonna have to do stuff. Maybe you should go try to get the powers of the other titans, of this world, the gods of this world, and maybe through their power you'll be able to escape. I don't know exactly how yet. I'll research it for you, but for right now, go talk to the Necromancers. I know the current Necromancer's pretty old, and so you might be able to get an in on that. So I'm like, okay. So what I'm doing here is, this is actually for the other part of the quest, or other part of the quest chain that I need to I picked up that wooden stick for. I have to pick up one of those what's called executioner's hoods, and then get out of there. Those people that look like me, those are changelings. They will just attack you, and they suck. And so now we go through this little gateway into the next loading zone, and we're in the cemetery. And of course, I jump right into the gravestone. As you can see, if I jump and land, it doesn't work. And we'll come out here, and there's this guy here. This is actually the apprentice to the Necromancer. Yeah, nobody knows about me, so yeah. So basically what's going on here... Oh, shoot. Okay, well, now I got to go through a lot more because I didn't needed to do that because I need the approval. Get the dagger back. I'll get the dagger, and then he's like, "Okay, oh, you'll help me? Okay, sweet." So now I will go. Tell him I'll help him out, and then teleport back to town. So now what we'll do here is we climb up, jump down, and we're gonna actually go back to the side of town I was on to go to the cemetery. But instead of going up, we're gonna come down here, and we're gonna come down around here, and we're going to hit this house. Now, the reason I had to start the game from a cold start is because of the RNG. She is only here. This woman is only here if it's the time is called Blood Watch. If you don't start the game on a cold start, the time isn't necessarily always correct, and it's bad. So I just steal a couple things from her after asking her for that. Yes, this was a DOS game. So the music you're hearing is actually MIDI, being played through a Roland style. So yeah. What the heck is this? This is an Ultima game. This was the last Ultima game. I don't count Ultima 9. I call this game the one of the best unfinished games out there. If you don't know about this game was the first major release. Well, I won't say the first major one, but it was one of the. It was like the biggest Ultima release after EA took over and bought them out entirely. And so there was a lot of rush stuff. There was a lot of storylines cut, a lot of everything else. It was all kind of rushed and unfinished, like I said. So what I just did there is that was actually the first actual death trap in the game. When you walk into that room, you have to go in while the queen is asleep, because otherwise you can't get into that room. You can't, like, she you could get it if she's like eating or whatever, but you don't want to wait for that. So basically what happens is you walk into that room. If you walk around the edges of the carpet, yeah, no, EA's a thing, yes. So yeah, so basically you walk around the edge of the carpet. If you walk on the main part of the carpet, it wakes the queen up and she kills you instantly. That's kind of the theme of this game. You do something wrong, you're dead. So we're going to go ahead and continue on down the path here, and we're going to go back to the Necromancer. Now that we've gotten the dagger, I picked up a couple other scrolls there while I was at it. One of them's a scroll of invisibility, one of them's a scroll of revisibility. It'll help later. Did I get it? I did not. I got the glitch in practice, did not get it here. Give him the dagger. Basically, the glitch here actually moves him. He's actually outside, and it skips a lot of the skips all the comments and everything and all this stuff. So basically, this is a ritualistic. I would call this ritualistic killing. The Necromancer you see on the altar is dead, or not dead, but she's dying. She's old, and so she's going to pass on her power to the new Necromancer, which is the guy I just talked to. So basically, that's why he wanted the dagger, is because of this. So we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch him. Basically, this is how they send Necromancer souls to the afterlife to serve with the Lord of Earth, the Lord of Death. She gets stabbed. You can actually call him a murderer if you want. He's more like, no, she actually wanted to be. So we won't get too much into that. He sits there and asks you, hey, you need to help out with this, and okay, so I just did that. Now I talked to him again, and since I've already gotten him the stick and the executioner's hood that he asked for, I just hand him over, and he goes, here's the key of the caretaker, which is the apparatus I will be using to create my necromancy spells. Now we come into a part of the game where this was a massive oversight on Origin's part, probably because of time constraints and all that fun stuff. But the Avatar here is omnipotent. If there's a spell in the world, he already knows how to cast it. So the only thing you need to do is you just need to make sure you have the right reagents. So you see me picking up all of these things off the table: the blood, the bone, the wood, dirt. There's some substance over here called Blackmore. We'll pick it up, we'll stick it in the bag, and then we just double click this key, click on the bag. There's a thing. There's a little talisman that will summon a golem. You're actually supposed to go through a whole dungeon to get to it, and it's very, very simple. I'm actually going to move those, and I should have dropped those earlier. Oh well. I will be carrying them. But now that I've created those two talismans, that's all I need to do for this area. But now I need to go into a place called the Catacombs. Now, under the story, normally, you would need to go meet the old necromancers. You actually have to learn a spell called Death Speak and raise some bunch of old dead guys from the grave, and they'll teach you magic. Well, like I said, the Avatar's omnipotent. That spell, the last spell I cast, did nothing. As you can see, they blew up, and that was not good. That was a little, yeah, I'm actually going to go ahead and use my safety potion now. I'll get more of those later, so. But we'll go here, and you see this, like, wall, well, with this little talisman's open earth, and it opens the door. And so, now I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and make a safety save right here. I'm actually hard saving just in case anything happens. I also quick saved, which I'll be using a lot, but I'll be hard saving some of the key points just so if something happens, I don't have to. Okay, this is the first time we're going to do combat here, and this is just a bunch of point and click. You just click and double. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm going to reload. And this is the reason why. This is the reason why you have to, why I did the hard save. That zombie should have died really, really fast because I was swinging at him, but apparently I was missing him. So we're gonna do this again. Okay, there you go. You can punch, you can kick, you can do all this stuff. The whole reason you have to do that is because you can't actually get that while it's trying to come up. So, it's really finicky, all that fun stuff. Now you're going to see me running through the catacombs here, and I'm hugging the wall. The reason for that is twofold. First of all, there are some death traps where basically the floor will fall out below, from beneath you and kill you, and then also there's a part where there are skeletons that are guarding certain places. They come to life, they do good. That door up there actually will close on you if you try to go through it. But yeah, they forgot to put something against the wall, or put the gate all the way to the wall there, and so you can just go around instead of having to run down and run back. Now we go back. We're running through here. I'm gonna do a couple jumps because this is actually the safest part of the area. We come up here and through that door and everything. That's where we go to get to the old necromancers. I'm actually gonna save because just to be on the safe side. A lot of safety saving. But what we're doing instead is we're actually going to just go this way and go around. And normally when you finish the area that the old necromancers are, this is where you actually come out. We just kind of go through this. We actually skip the entire necromancers thing. We call that necro skip. And we do that. See the skeleton there? Say hi skeleton, bye skeleton. We don't want to do anything with him because he will murder us. So now we are in this area we're in now is known. We call it the island center. I'm going to go ahead and at least quick save for this. You'll see stalactites, stalagmites fall, or stalactites fall from the roof. As long as you don't stand directly underneath him, you're fine. We're going to move this basket. We're going to pick up this potion that's on the ground. That is a potion of invincibility. We will need that later. And we will continue on here. Now, I'm going to try a trick. I've never gotten it to... Or I think I may have gotten it to work once from this side. But what we're going to do here is we're going to go and we're going to run and hit the jump button and almost make it across. It is possible to make it, but it's very, very tight. Like, I would probably call it frame perfect. Again, we're going to hug the wall. Deep water. Apparently, the Avatar can't swim in this game. He can swim in the games like if you've ever played the Underworld series. He can swim there, but here, We're going to run past here. There's a ghost summoning hostile zombies. We just kind of ignore it. And we move along. Now, fortunately, there are no more trap floors in this part of this area. But there's always water, so we just kind of be a little careful, go around it. Come through here. We actually have to go in here. You'll see all this stuff fall. I'm going to see if I get lucky. Sometimes the game lets you go through stuff. In this case, it didn't, so we gotta have fun and find the right way. Yeah. Welcome to the finickiness of Ultima platforming. You have to be in the right spot to climb up, and then we can go through. This one, it's not going to let me jump that far, so I have to do 2 jumps. Those are spikes in the ground that will come up and hit you, and they suck. Oh, I forgot to split there. Oh well. Okay, I actually have to wait for the screen to stop shaking there, because if I don't, then it will actually it will not stop shaking like everything. So that golem spell that I created, I'm using it now to open that door. While he's doing that, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to grab some of this wood here. And I got 2 pieces, so that's actually perfect. That's all I need. And so he goes and he opens the door for me, and then I tell him get out of here because I can't walk around him. And we are now in the Hall of the Mountain King. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to hard save, and then we'll do a little a quick save. The reason I'm hard saving, quick saving is because during my practice, I found out the fun thing about quick saving, and that's you can do it anywhere, even if you're dying. Like if you screw up and you die, you can do it before the death animation fully starts. And yeah, if you're doing it while you're dying and just reload, you're still dead, and so you basically lose the run. So the hard saves are there to help save me from the whole whoopsie. So yeah, so to get through this place, first thing I need to do is go through there. There's actually a gate in the hall that you can go to. The gate actually has a deep gaping bottomless pit at the bottom, so you don't ever want to deal with that. So we just kind of climb up and over. There's fire spitting traps, stuff like that. And now we're going to get into the joys. So I promised earlier that we were going to talk about the platforming in this game. So when this game was released originally, the version 1.0, the Avatar's jumps were a fixed distance in 8 directions. Literally 8 directions, and you jump fixed distance. In addition, these white platforms I'm jumping on moved. So, yeah, those things move. They, like, you already see these hostile, but yeah, the platforms moved, like these zooming in and out, or these little platforms that go in and out. As you can see, they're on a cycle. If you hit the right cycle, you can actually get across the whole time. Unfortunately, I didn't, so we just do that. I'm going to go ahead and save again, just to be on the safe side. There won't be a... Now, fortunately, this is another thing about this particular... about the old version with Super Avatar Brothers. Sometimes those platforms in the old version would sync up perfectly with each other, with one of them fading out as the other one was fading in, so it made it impossible for you to actually do this. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to take this potion of invincibility, and I feel like fighting, and I'm just going to run straight through. I probably should have saved, now that I think about it, I probably should have saved that and gone through with life, but I used up my safety potions, other safety potions, so we're just going to do this. But basically, yeah, I'm just invincible. Those things don't hurt me. But I need to go up and pick up this stuff. Now, what I'll do here is go ahead and pick up the dirt that's in this chest. I'll take this key. I can actually leave this key behind, and I'll take this gem. This gem makes me immune to the blue fields. I don't know why they put the blue fields in. This is the only place they have them, and these fields, they give you a gem that it makes you immune to them almost immediately. We're going to go ahead and save there because monsters have now appeared here and they suck. There's a golem, there's a thing. You still have the... you still have the whole... the mushrooms and all that stuff. We're going to dump the key off. We don't need it again. We got lucky because normally there's both a spider and a golem. And we only got the spider, so that's always nice. And of course we jump and don't get anything. We'll come through here. We're just going to kind of ignore stuff. Now over here we could actually jump across kind of like what we did in the other cave. But this time there's actually a better way. I'm going to go ahead and save just in case we don't want to lose a run here. But what I'm going to do here is I'm jumping all the way over here. And it was really nice then to make it shallow water all the way around, so you can just kind of run around instead of having to have to do the jumping puzzle. We're going to go ahead and squish... Sorry, that's incidental death. He was in my way, so I stepped on him. But we're going to go through here, and basically there's actually 3 paths. The first path is this path, and you have to come here because you have to get... There's some stuff you can get. So in here, I'm actually going to take this black potion, which is protection, or is invisibility. I'm going to take another protection potion, and I'm going to take 2 more of these safety potions. And underneath one of these safety potions is the key we need to actually move on in this dungeon. And then you see the changeling there bouncing around and laugh. He'll laugh I had the sound on, it would laugh and stuff. So yeah, we'll go ahead and come back out here. Now the next path there's 3 paths. One of them is straight ahead, and one of them's through here. If you take the straight ahead path, it leads to a dead end that teleports you back to the beginning of the dungeon. Not what we want. In here, we're going to go ahead and pick up this wood here. Ooh, there's 4 wood. I may actually not need the backup. Oh, baby. I do not need the backup today. There's a chance for those piles to have 1 or 2. So, obviously, 2 is better. So we're going to go ahead, go through this door here with that key. We don't need the key anymore. Now, if I were to run down the middle of the hall, it starts a chain reaction stalactite. We don't really need them to fall, so we just skip it. We'll go ahead and jump across here, and we are now about to meet the Lord of Earth, the Titan of Earth. You see all these skeletons and zombies. They're actually harmless. They're the only ones that are harmless in this game. So so one thing that this game came with is a speech pack. The speech pack gives voices to all of the Titans, as well as the Guardian who put you on this planet. He taunts you throughout the game. Plus, it adds a bunch of other stuff. Not really worth it. Basically, you're just here. You're like, hey, I want to be the apprentice to the Necromancer. He goes, okay, your job is to bury the Necromancer. You bury the old Necromancer, the one that you just watched die. You can be the apprentice. So, it's like, oh, how nice. So what we do here is we just go ahead and we're going to, we come down this direction after meeting with him so that we can activate this teleport pad, because that is our next major place. So now we're just going to go ahead. Now that we've finished the Hall of the Mountain King, we're now going to go back and talk to Vividos. we've gotten the approval to become his apprentice. He's all like, I mean, we need to go tell him. So we go back through. Yes. It's nice to see so many people who've played this game and have heard all the taunts and stuff of the Guardian. Just for the record, keep in mind, so this is actually what we call the no major glitches category. There's a lot of stuff. There's the out of bounds and stuff. The any percent is nuts. Like, if you want to know the difference between this and this and true any percent, this game or this run, the world record is 1 hour 9 minutes. The world record is about 20 minutes. So for any percent. World record for any percent no major glitches is 1 hour 9. So that tells you a little bit of how much you can break this game if you when you majorly glitch. So yeah, we're going back to the cemetery here. We got stopped on the way by the guard, and the guard's like, "Hey, what do you know about Bentic?" And Bentic's actually the librarian. He wrote a diary that he So he wrote a diary that basically says, "Hey, Devin, the guy who fished you out of the water, he's actually the Queen's older brother, and is actually the rightful Tempest. He's the rightful king, and he got killed for it." And then you can actually do a side quest where you basically tell him, or where you basically say, "Hey, he's the rightful Tempest," and then that's cutscene happens. He becomes king. For this run, he gets to rot in jail. So we went back, talked to the Necromancer. Necromancer said, "Hey, what did he tell you?" He goes, "Yeah." Oh, or like, "What did he tell you?" Go, "Oh, I need to bury the Necromancer, become the apprentice." He's like, "Yeah, that's right. Here, take this key and go touch her with it and bury her." I go, "Thanks for the key," and then I leave, and she's gonna sit there. She's gonna sit there and rot in the. I won't say the sun, because there's no sun on this planet, so she's just gonna lie there in peace for all of eternity. But now that I have this key of the Scion, I'm moving this over here. I need to actually move this key so I can use it. This key actually opens all of the rest of the doors that I'll need to open to get to the new area, or get to the areas of the island for the rest of this game. I'm going to go ahead and save here, because while the island looks innocuous, it generally is, this bridge is like the bridge of run killers. If you, like, as you see, I jumped across, and I took that's a massive risk. There are creatures there that can stand there, that can get in your way, and if you jump just right, you can land on top of one of them and kill them. Unfortunately, in doing so, they throw you over the edge of the bridge. That has happened to me a lot of times. I try not to jump across that for that reason. You saw the little buggers. They're a little bit of pain. We just went there to grab that teleporter. We don't need anything else from it for the moment. We just needed that teleporter. We're going to be coming back to that place later in the game. So now that we have our key, after we bury Lothian and all that stuff, we're supposed to, he tells us, "Okay, go, now you need to go back to the Catacombs, and you'll follow the signs, and you'll find Lothian." I am going to actually do this and go start running and see if I make it. Of course I turn right at the very end. I'm going to actually try that again. Because if you run just right and hit the button just the right time, missed it. That running jump that I tried earlier works right there a whole lot better. I was just out of position. So yeah, we're running back. We're going to run back into the Catacombs. So back into the land of death traps. All of our fun little friends that were there before, still there. We're going to come in here. I'm going to go ahead and safety save. I'm going to hit my split, because I keep forgetting to. My splits are so going to be jacked up when I finish this, so I will probably not be saving these splits. But that's okay. We're on through. As you can see, you saw the hole in the floor there. That's one of the death traps. Yeah, that's not a good thing. We're going to come back this way and get attacked by a zombie that just appeared out of nowhere. Thank you, zombie. We'll go ahead and just let ourselves heal that damage naturally. We don't need to worry too much about it. There's not too much that's going to actually attack us again. That was just an anomaly. But now we're taking a slightly different path, and there's this door here, and this door is also opened by this little by this key. So we're going to run in here. Now this is one of the places where they had to cut a lot of stuff. There was supposed to be a whole big thing about visiting the birthplace of Morians, which is in the pit of death and all that. They changed it into this. What you were just in the birthplace of Morians. That's it. You're done. From here, we're now in what's called the Zealand Shrine. Now, the Zealands were in the lore of this game. The Zealands were the original peoples of this world, and then the Pagans, who are people who listen to the Guardian, worship the Titans, and all that stuff. They had a little bit of a war, and the Pagans won because the Guardian helped them win. All that fun stuff. We're going through here, and now we get to do a little bit of climbing. Come up here and jump across and jump out of that maze, so we don't actually have to do the entire maze. So now we come down here. We're going to wait for this little spiky ball to roll on by because it sucks. And we're going to go ahead and climb up. So this is a shrine of the old Zealand gods. They had a lot of mazes, death traps, all that fun stuff that you have to get to in order to talk with the gods. And so, nice little thing here. We actually have to make another dirt spell or open dirt spell to open the grave here, which apparently somebody decided it was a really good idea to just bury a small hole over the way you need to go. I don't know why they did it. But we come down here, and you see, we come into this playroom. We got a dead person that was playing with marbles. Well, we're going to take one of these marbles, and we're going to chuck it. And if we get it right, we hit the button up there and open this gate. And so now we come in here, and I've got to remember which key is the right key. I believe it's actually in the one in this chest. Gotta remember which one it is. No, that's money. So apparently there's no key in here. Okay, grab the dirt. I'm gonna grab the key off this table because I do not want to have to come back here. And then we come down here. The marble room is literally there to open a shortcut. It has no purpose other than that. But at this point now, what we're going to do, I'm gonna go ahead and move stuff out. Because we actually need to I need to move 2 blood. I need 1. Do I have another bone? If I don't have another bone, I'm going to have to go get one. Don't have another bone, do I? I knew I forgot something. Okay. Well, it's all good. Let's move. Let's just do that. Let's just take it slow. Let's make sure I have everything I need. Need 2 wood. Need one dirt. More dirt here. And I will need 2 of these Blackmore. And then I'm going to back up here and actually, I believe over here. There's a bone. Just need 1 more bone. So I've got 2 of each. So if I do this, I create 2 of those tokens to create golems. I will need both of them shortly. Then I'm going to do this, and I'm going to use the rest of the wooden bone to create some rock flesh spells. Those are invincibility spells. We'll use them liberally later. But for right now, we just kind of do this. And now we are at the next puzzle. For those of you who are computer scientists out there, this puzzle you should recognize because you are probably forced to program it at some point early in your programming journey. This is what's called the Towers of Hanoi. This is it's a simple algorithm puzzle where basically your job is to move all of the pegs from one side to another, and the rules are that you can't put a smaller peg below a bigger peg. In this case, they do it with stairs. You can only go in the back. You can only do, like, the back stair has to be there. But we're just going to go ahead and we're finishing out this puzzle here. The center is where I need to go. There's no, one thing to point out about every single one of these puzzles in this game, there is no way of telling you, you have no clue this is what you have to do. You can move. I actually did the Towers of Hanoi and moved them. Now for the fun part, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this purple potion or pink potion, whatever you want to call it, and make myself invincible, run through, because those beams, laser beams, are instant death. Again, you can actually get around by using a door. There's a door, you can use a golem and open doors. It's actually how I used to do it when I picked up the wrong key, so we're going to pick up that key and open up that door, and I don't need either one of these keys again. And then for some reason the second door is just not locked. So here is the Shrine of the Zealand Gods. There's the Zealand Gods. They sit there. We're going to take the shield that we took, and we're going to throw it on there. And now we have the gods talking to me, and they're like, "Hey, we need to. He's got an object. We know what you're doing. We're going to help you. We're going to help you escape and defeat them because they screwed us. The Pagans screwed us over, took our followers away." So the scroll we just picked, we got way back when at the beginning of the game. We're using it now to open this door. I'm going to go ahead and safety save because we have I wouldn't call it a boss fight. It's a mini boss at best. Basically, he just shows up. He's like, "Oh, is there treasure? Or you're come seeking treasure?" Well, no, that's bad. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to teleport out. We took the scroll. We took the obelisk. That object. It's an obelisk tip. We'll need that. That's actually one of the McGuffins of the Endgame. We will use that much. We'll be using it periodically throughout the rest of this run. But for right now, we're going to just do this. Okay, I see Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're actually going to leave back out here. And so down here, there is another door. This door is also opened by our friendly little key. And of course, I didn't click on the door, so it didn't work. Oh, so yes, absolutely. There's a ton of expedition, ton of story, ton of tutorial. You're not going to see much of it here. I'll do what I can to fill in the blanks. There's actually an entire school of magic we skip because we don't need to get it, and all that fun stuff. So we go down here, do our little double jump. And so now we're in here, this door is here, none of the keys we have will open that door. Well, one of these golem spells, there's some dirt over there. Well, I'm going to open up and summon a golem over there. And I get an earthquake, and so I'm going to tell it to open the door. Well, the fun part is, this golem cannot reach this door I'm on. I summoned it up on an upraised platform. You cannot see, he will not be able to reach this door. But he will still magically open it for me. But as soon as this door's open, I'm going to go ahead and hit this invisibility potion so that these skeletons can't see me and attack me. We're going to let the skeleton live. We'll summon some zombies. And then we're going to go ahead, we're going to double click the tip, and that is going to get the Blackrock piece. It's actually underground there. It's a special thing with that. I actually need to stop and pick up these now, because I will now need these for this. So now we are now about ready to leave. Well, we're going to come down here, we're going to leave and do this. Head in here. So one of the funny things is there is a chest here that I'm going to be taking with me. If it will let me. I need to make sure I have This game has a bulk system and stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and just equip that. Let's see if I can. Let's make sure I have everything. Of course, probably because I have this box. Let's go ahead and take these and drop those. We'll drop that there so I can pick the chest up. So the issue here is that the new Tempest. The new Tempest is like that's another part of the content. Like when the new Tempest says, "Oh, I fished this up out of the water," there was actually supposed to be supposed to be a place where you actually go underwater and visit the city of the drowned and that kind of thing. And that entire thing was cut entirely. So I ended up. So basically, what they said is like, "Oh, well, I fished up this MacGuffin from and the funny part is like he's like I fished it up here. It's in this chest. That chest is there the whole game, and it has a MacGuffin in it. How the king got it into that chest from the beginning of the game without anybody knowing is 6 and 1/2 dozen the other. So for this part here, we're just going to kind of run along here. We open this little door here, head on through, and we are now going to be going to the Sorcerers. As part of the story originally, like you're supposed to go to the Argent Rock Isle and learn how to cast air spells, and then you're supposed to go to a place called Carthax Lake, which is the home of the Water Titan. And you free her, and she's supposed to promise to give you magic, and then she doesn't. But here, this is where this is the next major death trap. So as you can see here, there's lava. There's 2 types of lava here. You have this orangish lava, and you have this yellow lava. The orangish lava is hard enough for you to stand on, but it will kill you slowly. The yellow lava is instant death. You die immediately. I'm going to continue to safety save as I walk forward because that's what happens if you walk on bad lava. So I will do one more step just so that I'm kind of in the air away. And then I do a little jump and die instantly. So I'll hit my load. Hit it a couple times. Got to get in the right spot, jump across so I don't die when I do that. And now for the next. This is actually a speed trick that we use now. So all these blankets and stuff that we got earlier in the game, yeah, they could just sit in the lava and they won't die. And I can jump on them and they are safe. The floor is lava. But the blankets aren't. So if you've ever wanted to make a blanket fort or anything like that, shoot, I'm gonna save there because there is actually a very real risk. So what I'll do there is I'll actually drop the chest in the lava and then double click to pick up the MacGuffin. So that means I can now pick up that. Then I'll save again. And now I throw that across, and as you can see, sometimes they bounce. Since they bounced, it bounced and got out of range. I have to do that, reload and try again. It bounced and went into death lava, so that doesn't help. We're going to throw it in there. Okay, good. Now it stayed. So now I can jump across. We're going to save again. And then one of the things I found here is that the scroll of Dispelling Magic Pearls didn't disappear like all the other scrolls are supposed to. That's useful because now I can actually use that as a platform. And then I'll take my little blanket and toss it over there and make sure I can jump across. And then I'm on the other side. This is actually where I need to be. We're good. Everything is fine. The house is on fire, but everything's fine. I skipped like 3 skips there. And we're going to go ahead and go in there. So I'm not there. So, alright, so now we are going to learn sorcery. We're not going to do it the traditional way. You have to talk to this woman. Basically, it's a whole murder plot. She actually asks you to get the true name of the current first acolyte and all that, and all that. And the first acolyte actually will also will ask you, and they're both saying, "Oh, the other one's going to try to murder the master. Get his true name, and so that I can defeat the evil." We talked to her just so that, because her thing is that she actually allows us to actually learn sorcery. So we pick up that scroll or that symbol of explosion. We are going to need that later in this area. But from there, we are actually just going to ignore the rest of this place. I'm tempted to. No, I'm not going to. There's a safety you can get where you can actually try to save some time, but it makes everybody hostile, and I don't think I want to try that. So now for some finicky following from AI. We're going to go ahead and summon another golem. Now, normally you're supposed to learn how to. You're supposed to learn how to learn sorcery. You're supposed to help the sorcerer kill their rival. And then they'll give you. Then you learn sorcery and you pass a test. And when you pass, you can come to this next area, and just and the doors will open for you. But as we all know, golems can open doors. So we just tell the golem, "Hey, go open this door for me." And so the golem will come in. He'll walk over. I've got to be very careful because I don't want him to actually do his little attack. So he does that. I'm going to tell him to go away. He's good. He's done his job. Good job. So yeah, we're actually now in the Obsidian Fortress. We're going to go here. And now I am considered a disciple. He's like, "Hey, here, let's do this." He summons some demons, or he makes these statues alive. They're supposed to attack me, all that stuff, and I'm supposed to get past their guardians. After I leave the cutscene, they're supposed to come and attack me, and that one does because I jumped and was too close to him. It's okay. But now we have another demon. We talk to him, and he's like, "Oh, hey." He's like, "Oh, yeah. Well, because you were smart enough to not attack me, you can use my pentacle and all this stuff." Well, now that since we've talked to the first sorceress and learned how to do spells and stuff, we can now cast sorcery, even though we have never been shown how to do it. Again, as I said earlier, the avatar is omnipotent, or at least omniscient. He knows everything. He's not omnipotent; he's omniscient. Using the right word for the right thing. So we'll go ahead and. So this here is the finickiest spell system I swear. The position of the different candles is very important. The colors are very important. And then we have to get reagents out of this bag here, which are also finicky on where they go. You'll see me put them up near certain points on the pentacle. So yeah, welcome to a Christmas game, everybody. Where apparently nothing says Merry Christmas like a pentagram on the box. That's actually a quote directly from the devs. If you beat the game, there's a little quotes thing you can do, and they have all sorts of stuff that is funny, but also a lot of NSFW, not good for this channel. So we will not go into that too much further. Yeah. I think this is the reason why you forgot. I gotta say, this is my headcanon. This is the reason why you forgot what a paladin was in Ultima 9, is because of this game. It drove all the sense out of him. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and bedroll, and we're gonna go ahead and sleep for a period of time, since I'd like to be at full health and mana for this. Oh yes, I also need to remember to take a red candle. This will be needed later. And we're going to save here just in case. And I hit escape, so we'll do that. And you know what? Before we do this, let's go ahead and let's do a hard safety save, just to be on the safe side. We'll do another quick save, just again be safe. And so now we're going to go into this test. This is the test of the Sorcerer. Basically, got to go through 4 different kinds of tests. They're all supposed to require a specific spell that the sorcerers can cast that will protect you from the dangers here. I'm going to cast a spell of invincibility. I have about 100 seconds from the time I cast the spell to when it wears off. Now you see me, if sometimes I get hit, I'll get knocked back, sometimes I won't, but I am immune to all of the damage that's being dealt by this spell right now. So, oh yes, there's definitely no math. Numbers do not matter in this game, at least not in any meaningful way. At least for the speedrun. There's a whole stat system that you can get by continually swinging your weapon or whatever, or continually casting spells. We ignore it because your stats don't matter. We don't need the hit points. We don't need the we don't need anything else. So we're just going to continue to run and get through this area. This test requires you to use the spell Armor of Flames, which normally makes you immune to those fireballs. But like I said, I used a thing of invincibility. I'm immune to those fireballs anyway. So we will run up here. We will come over here, and so now we're on the Extinguish test. I'm going to go ahead and save. I think, and this is the reason why I save. Exploding mushrooms that knock you back and kill you if you don't do it right. Fortunately, I still have some invincibility, so the exploding mushrooms don't actually hurt me. I run past the monsters. I don't need to worry about it. And then I come here, and there's a helmet, and there's a bunch of fire around a pentacle. Well, the Extinguish spell that I created earlier, I'm going to make sure I get the right one. I do not want to use that explosion spell because I do not want to lose like 5 minutes while I look up the spell and recreate it. But basically, when you target that spell on yourself, it extinguishes all of the flames around you. And I forgot. I could have used that cape for my little jump trick earlier. So, oh well. No harm, no foul. But I've just extinguished the thing, taken the blue pentacle, which is the symbol that I've completed the part of the test, and I will run on. So now I run past, some of those red mushrooms don't even explode. I don't know what's up with this. So now I'm going to go ahead and safety save again, because we're going to be in a spot where a guy's going to get really angry at us and throw fireballs at us. He's like, oh, you're not going to steal my spell, kill you first. And he's going to, do stuff. He throws fireballs. I'm just going to take that and run. The jewel box has something I need. Yes, we are all behind schedule. I'm going to go ahead and actually do this so I don't have to worry about it later. I do need this. I do need this. And I absolutely need that. And I will drop that there. We'll save. And now we're going to go through this area here. Now this area is a little dangerous. As you can see, there's a skeleton and stuff. There's some zombies. We got a zombie that won't get out of the way, so I'm probably going to have to go into combat and kill them all. Okay, I'm reloading because the zombies were not cooperating. Normally you should just run past them, but like I said, zombies weren't cooperating. They were in the way. And zombie is in the way again. Not my day. I am going to go ahead and actually run down here, safety save again while the zombie is coming up, and run back in, because maybe, just maybe, it'll have reloaded the sprites and put them in a better spot. Worst case scenario, well, now the skeleton's in the way. Fortunately, he's just wandering around, so since he's wandering around, and of course zombies in the way again. So, this is DLC. He was actually not supposed to die, or die again, but he got in my way. So, sorry, zombie. Tough luck. Better luck next time, dude. We're gonna go ahead and head down here. There's another skeleton. Oh, great. I was gonna say, that skeleton should be out of the way. As long as he's out of the way, because he's not supposed to have been there yet, I didn't think. Some of these monsters look like they're out of place, like they were here, but they're not supposed to be yet. Like, a lot of this area is supposed to have been empty until now, but gotta love RNG sometimes. So now, I'm going to go ahead and drink one of these safety potions to save my life, and then I'm going to use this Rod of Endure Heat. And this spell that I just picked up will actually help me. Of course! I jump off into the hot lava. It's supposed to protect me from the orange lava. No, that's RNG, and this is the reason why I gave a 1 hour 45-minute estimate. Like, my PB is 113. I can easily do the 113, but yeah, the game is just saying no. So, hey, well, we did not have another zombie killing. So, huzzah. Let's get in here. I'm going to go ahead and safety save, so I don't have to worry about that again. We're going to hit that Rod of Endure Heat again, and we're going to see if we can get across here without any incident. There we go. When in doubt, just try to jump. We're going to jump across this lava, since I can walk on it without hurting myself. We're going to do that. We're going to do this. We're going to go ahead and safety save again, because there's a demon up there. And actually, I think I've got an extra... Oh, I better not. We're going to come over here. We're going to pop this chest up, which has an explosive in it. We're going to pick up that armor, so it'll save us, and we're going to take that thing, and then we are going to open this up, Endure Heat again, hope that the demon doesn't get here to kill us, and jump off. And save again, because, yeah. So what we're going to do here is jump back across. Now, once I get back across here, and I'm now safe from that, I will safety save. Then what I'm going to do here, and then these scrolls that I picked up earlier in the game from Mordia's chest. One of them's a Restore to Sight scroll. I don't need it right now. This other one's a Scroll of Invisibility, and I'm going to actually use this to make myself invisible so that I can run past all this stuff and it shouldn't detect me. This will make it far easier, because they're actually, like, the zombie you see here, the skeleton that you saw earlier in this upcoming skeleton here. These aren't supposed to be here till after you've gone through that little area, but in this case it did. We got a zombie in the way, of course. I don't want to kill the zombie, but it's probably going to have to die. Yeah. Say goodbye to the zombie of time loss. And unfortunately, my invisibility wore off, so I'm going to go ahead and safety save, because we got to run past there. That skeleton is very notorious for standing in the way and killing you. So now we're going to run past down here, and hey, no changeling. Good. So now that we are in the area where we're supposed to use the flash spell. The flash spell is used just to save us some trouble. Well, we don't have the flash spell. We have rock flesh. So instead of protecting us from getting, or protect us, or like teleport and all that stuff, I do have a flash spell, but I don't want to use it because I need it later. The wand I picked up a flash. I need that later. So we just kind of run past all this stuff. We blow up mushrooms, all that fun stuff. Now that dagger we picked up at the beginning of the game, we're going to drop it here because we don't need it anymore because we're going to get a better weapon right here. This here is called Flame Sting. We get to, when it swings and hits something, it puts a fiery thing on the ground and does that. We actually need to come in here, open this up, and take this, which is a symbol of Banished Demon. We need to be able to banish a demon later, so we need that. We're just running through here, grabbing that, and then we go in here and grab this last. This is the fourth and final MacGuffin. We're going to save and run. Hopefully I did this fast enough. If I didn't, well, I will have to use a safety later, or I'll have to use a safety. Another invincibility potion or invincibility spell. Oh great! Now they're way all off kilter. And this is the reason why. So we get through here, and I gotta be smarter with the... Okay, my invincibility has worn off, so I'm gonna safety save and see if I can... I'm gonna actually come down here and see if I can time it. And I can't. Well, I did. Okay. I live. It's all good. I will go ahead and rest for one period of time. And investment eye. Unfortunately, you don't know that. Unfortunately, I don't know that spell because I don't have the focus for it. I would love to cast it. I don't have the ability. We're going to go ahead. We finished the test. Yay us! The test is done. We win. Or did we? Well, got to come over here and talk to the demon again. He's like, "Oh, hey, good job. Go to the Master Sanctum." So we go back in here, and we're now going to head to the Master Sanctum. And so we're going to come in here, and he's going to be like, "Oh, hey, okay, so now I need you to cast some spells on me." And this is my last test before I become an acolyte. He's like, "Okay, I need you to cast 2 spells that won't hurt me, and then I need you to summon a demon and then banish one." What we're going to do here is I need to do... So this little wand is a wand of Flame Bolt. I'll need that. So let's see here. We got Flame Bolt, which I need first. This Symbol of Extinguish I do not need. The Symbol of Explosion I need next. Then the Symbol of Summon Demon. And then when I go into my main backpack, I need the Symbol of Banish Demon. I'm going to have all this here. Let's move this scroll out of the way. I need to move it in a way so I don't accidentally use it. So what we're going to do here, we're going to go ahead and save. Just so... And so what I'll do here is, first thing I'll do is cast the Flame Bolt. And I hit him in the face with a fireball. He's like, "Good job!" Don't need that anymore. Now the explosion. And we cast the explosion, and it's a bigger boom. And then he's like, "Now if you can summon a demon." Now I'm going to save because one thing about summon demon and banish demon. So summon demon will always work and will summon a demon. This is what I need. On the other hand, banish demon has a chance of failure. So now I need to get him. So he's like, "Okay." So now I've got this. I've got to do this. And I banished it. He attacked me once, but it's okay. It shouldn't. I don't think I got hurt, or if I did, it shouldn't be enough. So we get summoned to the giant pentagram in the world. Congratulations. We are going to be summoning the devil. Or Pyros, the god of fire. Whatever. It's the devil. When you see him, you'll agree. Unfortunately, I don't have that spell prepared, so I have to tell him that. I have to tell him, oh, I don't have it. And he's like, fool, I'll do it myself, and he'll cast it for me and all that stuff. So now we kneel before the pentagram because you need to. This is actually a test. If you fail it once, you're okay. If you fail two steps, you're dead. So, welcome to the devil. And he's all like, okay, I need your knowledge, I need your power. He's like, oh, foolish mortal, I'm oh, you've never heard of the sun. Well, then, if your knowledge is so weak, then give me your power. And he starts, he's like, oh, he's going to try to break free because he's actually imprisoned. And he's like, I found a weakness, and he's going to knock me over. Because it's like, oh, but then because they barely managed to contain him, he, oh yes, and this guy's got abs for days. So we go in here, and he's like, okay, everyone's dismissed, except for you. He's like, me? Yeah, you. And then everyone's like, I need to talk with you, because in their society, to challenge the master, you have to make a challenge. You have to actually be like, hey, I challenge you. And then it's trial by combat. The winner is the master. Loser is dead. But he's like, oh, hey, you did poorly, so I'm gonna hit you with a firebolt and everything. Fortunately, I didn't die. So now, for the fun part. Now that we've gotten out here, he's summoned Pyros. He now has in his possession the MacGuffin that we need to finish the game. I could have killed him earlier, but I chose not to because he doesn't actually have the item I need in his possession until after that cutscene. We've looked into it, and it's just there's no way to get it without it. So down here, we notice everybody's gone. All of the demons are gone. My headcanon is that the demon that he summoned to attack me was the demon that was actually greeting me earlier. So now comes the first and only deliberate killing in the game that, when you actually have to do it. So he basically says, oh, you're going to do this, you're going to die. I'm just going to swing and hit him with this, and I kill him. And he has this little MacGuffin, we take it. So we should have 4 pieces. That is going to be getting through that. We're going to go ahead and drop all of these. We don't need those anymore. We also don't need that. We're going to open stuff up. We're going to go ahead and throw that out, throw that out, throw that out. We will need this and this. Having some invincibility is always a good thing, and I do need this. So move the invincibility over. We have the restored sight. We move this over and everything because we will need it. We have some safety potions for some healing. We're going to go ahead and save, and we're going to leave. So going through here, again, the guy didn't have the MacGuffin until now. I just kind of go in, kill him, and leave. As of right now, I am now the master of the sorcerers. I never studied, never did anything. It's like that one boss you have that seems to always know everything, but they didn't have any formal training. Hopefully I'm a better master than the other guy was. But I'm going to go ahead, save again, and then we are going to go ahead and we're going to go to Argent Rock Isle. So now is the time for, this is where we will get to where the end game. Now, we have intentionally skipped this area. You can actually get to this area pretty early, as you saw. You can come here, you can go through some trials and learn healing magic and everything. And once you've done that, you also solve a mystery where the guy who died at the docks at the very beginning of the game, his son is here, learning how to become a healer because he wants to learn how to resurrect his dad. It's a really touching, tragic story because the son eventually dies failing this test here. Normally you're supposed to go through all the trials and find everything and all that, but we don't really have time for that. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to take this bedroll, and apparently whatever they made this bedroll out of is super strong stuff because half of it's hanging over the edge of the cliff here, and I'm going to be able to walk on it. Now this is a death trap. I'm going to be casting a splash spell, but it is not necessarily going to teleport me as far as I'd like it to. So we're going to teleport here, and we're going to see if I do it right. If I do it right, I land on the thing and I don't die. Hey, I lived. Sometimes it will go all the way across and it'll actually take you and dump you off on the other side here, fall you into the water. Today it happened to be nice. What we're going to do now is we're actually jumping across, and this is actually where you're supposed to meet the Titan of Air. There's the Titan of Air right there. Nice person, at least nice initially. All that fun stuff, and like, whoa. We do this, we talk to her, and she's like, hey, and I say goodbye, and she's like, here, take this focus. Okay, I don't want it, but I don't want it. I'm probably not going to take it. Because it serves no purpose. That's the airwalk spell. Allows you to jump great distances when it's on. It's not very useful. What I do want here, I'm actually going to go ahead and move that out of the way. What I do want here is actually on this rock. And that is the reason why we have this Restore to Sight scroll. So we're going to use this Restore to Sight scroll. And we're going to reveal the final MacGuffin. So now I'm going to save because this is the hardest trick in the run. So what I need to do now, in order to get that MacGuffin, normally you need a spell called Aerial Servant, where you need to, where basically you teleport it to you. Well, we don't have that spell, so what we're going to do here is we're going to actually jump across. We're going to use that little pause button that you see on your keyboard, and we're going to pause right there. So with the game pause, I double click that and I click on the Titan, which is supposed to kill it, and then I'm going to click Argent Rock Isle, and I'm going to hit the button, and if I did it right, I didn't do it right. If you... Hey, Radis. Shout out to Radis. He is actually the current world record holder, and he is the one who developed a lot of the strats for this run, so shout outs to you, man. So we're going to go ahead and try this again. So we're going to hit this. We're going to jump across, and of course I hit the button. Was not prepared with the pause, so we're going to jump. We're going to do this again. So we jump across, pause. Oh, of course I forgot to have the recall up, so that didn't really do me any good. Let's do this again once more with feeling. Jump across, pause there, double click, click that, click right there, and hit the button. And so, if doing this right, I teleport there. I'm going to run up here just to kind of help, but you'll see I'm in the areas, in the zone. I get struck by lightning, and welcome to the endgame area. This is the endgame area. You're only supposed to ever get here via the thing. You notice the Breath of Air. I have it in my inventory. It's turned blue. It is now special. It's powered up. We're ready to go. But we now have to go through an area for basically effectively the boss fights. Each area is an individual boss fight, and we run on through. There are some holes in the ground. They suck. I apologize. So we'll be running through. See, there's a bottomless pit. There'll probably be another pit over here, but I'm going to run past it. Skeleton there. We run past all that stuff, and out here, yes, Ultima VIII, Great Caves. We're going to go ahead and save But then we're just going to go ahead and this Endure Heat spell that we've been holding on to, we're going to use it here again. Because normally, like, the whole puzzle here was supposed to be like an invisible path to make it across. But instead, we're just going to run along the edge of the lava here and not worry about anything. And then we're going to start running down this path. Now, I am actually going to go ahead and use one of my safety invincibility spells because I have them. And because these mushrooms explode. But basically, this is kind of just a straight shot. There's a couple points here. I'm really glad that they did not implement these to be falling platforms, like donut drops in Mario, because that would have been even worse. Some of the Super Avatar Brothers in this game are bad enough. So we're going to continue following this cave. It's somewhat of a straight shot here. Gotta make sure yep. Okay. We drop down here, and we come up over here, and the funny part is that right there, there's actually a lip underneath it that you can get caught on, and like I did this as a kid, and I always got caught underneath there, even though I had a strategy guide that told me otherwise, like told me not to, and yet I still did it. So we're going to continue through here. And you see, notice all the falling stalactites and all that. We've got to be getting close to the boss. He's throwing rocks at us now. And you would be right. I'm going to open up my inventory so I can have this. And we're going to run up here. And then he shows up, and now we wait. I don't know why. This boss, he waits. He's like, you betrayed me and all that. He summons zombies. We just double click the MacGuffin, click him. He sits there and holds for a moment. I don't know why he waits so long to go away. And I get struck and he's dead. So now we're going to go to the next boss. That one was that one I would say is the longest because it's a really long dungeon to get through. So now we're going to go into the water area. We're going to save because, again, deep blue water is a death trap. You will die horribly. I would say painfully, but that's not always guaranteed. Jump across, and as you can see, if you don't do it right, it jumps you too far. We'll go ahead and try that once more with feeling. And we'll actually come down here because the big rocks are a pain. The little rocks, not so bad. And as you can see, there's some rising and falling stones, so we don't have to worry about that. We're going to go this way. And we're going to try to get across these platforms. And this is just a lot of platforming, a lot of running around. Look at those changelings. They all want to be me. They can't be me. There's only one me. And they ain't it. So we're going to come here. We're going to pop up here. And when we get to the end over here, there's the white platform. Now I'm going to open this up. Now this here, during an any percent run, this would be called a. We actually use this boss as an overkill. Shoot, clicker. Okay. But basically, you can overkill her. You can kill her 3 times and actually save yourself the trouble of having to go through all the other bosses. Obviously, we don't use that for this route because this is no major glitches. So now welcome. You've heard of this place many times. Welcome to heck. Apologies for the language. But this is where you will be. This here is where we'll find the God of Fire. Now, there's supposed to be some kind of puzzle where you go through a place, you get a whole bunch of little things that help you get the whole get some white spheres that'll open a pathway, but you can just endure heat. I would say yes, this definitely is Act 4 of Diablo 2. But we're going to run by. Some of this stuff is not nice. The holes in the ground that have little bits of flame, they explode into some things. I've actually found a few of them that'll actually turn into instant death. So we're gonna just go ahead and pop open the inventory and hope I dodge. And that's the reason why. Okay, we're past that. I'm gonna go ahead and pop a potion so I don't die here. And we're gonna run up here, and Pyros is gonna show up. I took time to clean it up, Radis. So, but he's like, oh, great job deceiving me and all that stuff. I'm gonna reward you with torment. Demons get to attack you. I'm gonna get attacked, and of course I die because I wasn't fast enough. So we're just gonna continue on as if nothing happened, and I will continue to run. We're gonna go back up here, and we're gonna do this again once more with a little less dying. Apparently he is doing this twice. And I'm locked in a cutscene, so I get to reload. That is a fun little glitch that happens, I guess, if you don't run up the stairs yourself. I won't say it's quite off kilter yet. We are actually still ahead of schedule, so I am ahead of my time at least. So I am fine with this. So let's try once more, and let's. If I have to reload again, I'll just use my other. I should have just used it, but okay. I should have used it to begin with. We're gonna go ahead and use this last invincibility. I don't know what I was holding it for. I was holding it for the imaginary 7th boss. We're gonna go ahead and do that. We're just gonna run up, and now we are definitely not going to die. Knock on wood. So we'll do this. He's gonna sit there and say, I'm impressed. He'll be rewarded with the turn of me in torment. We're gonna go ahead and he's gonna summon his demons, and his demons are gonna not like things. They're gonna come attack me and not do any damage. And wait a second. What the heck? I threw it. Why did I throw it? I can't use it. Okay, let's reload. I definitely want to make sure I can use it. Why can't I use it? That's not good. Okay, I'm gonna Alt-Tab out, make sure my mouse is working. Something. Yeah, best controls in video game history. Something is not working. Apparently the game does not want me to finish. Because now I'm getting lots of lag. Okay, I'm gonna go to check something here. I just want to check my manager. Doing this very quickly, make sure I don't have anything weird running in the background. I do. Let's go ahead and let's exit that program, and we'll go there. That should be good. We'll try that. Let's see if the game will. Okay, I think I see what's going on. Now, it's being finicky. I think that's actually okay. I'm going to try it. Because it did let me do that. Let's see if the Tongue of Flame will let me do it without anything going on. It might be the glitch might have actually caused it to fail, and if it did, then we'll have to call it GG there. I hate to do that, but it is what it is. Let's see what happens. This is not supposed to happen. Well, that's one for the this has never happened before bin. Yeah, double clicking it and it's not. You know what? Let's try it. I'm gonna restart the game really quick. Let's try this. Let's see if it's the save or if it's the. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll turn off sound. Gotta love it. Okay, restarted the game. It looks like it's letting me click. Let's go ahead and let's protect myself. Game is gaming, but I think we saved it. It might have been that glitch that started the whole thing. The glitch that targeted the thing twice is probably what caused that. So that worked. So now, what should have happened was going to happen is he dies. Yeah, I think that's the issue. It probably was a memory leak or something. But now we're going to go ahead and you're going to use this light on us, and we have now become what is called the Titan of Ether. Now we take all these items that we have painstakingly gone through, and we put this down. Time is coming up very, very, very shortly. So we come here, they'll come down, they'll do the thing. I will watch it go in to the thing, and time. And that is Ultima 8. That was a terrible run, as that was 16 minutes off my PB, but you know what? I'm happy we got through it. I'm happy we got 15 minutes back in the marathon. You know what? I think I'm going to just huge shout out to Radis, who is like the master glitch hunter on this thing. He blew this thing to shreds. And with that, High Spirits, Natara, whoever, go ahead and cut over. Thank you all very much and have a wonderful rest of the marathon.